Hi, everybody. This is another Voices of Gaia Oracle. I'm Awantasia Grainer, and I will be bringing forward, channeling through a message from the archetype of the entertainer today, as we are in the Gene Keys transit, or the Human Design Gate transit of 42. Letting go of living and dying. And so this entertainer archetype, I'm just going to share this with you, is here to share the frequency of the light of divinely inspired play through your voice of Gaia as a new earth leader. The mission of the entertainer is to continually enrich the spirit of each human that has made the transition to the new earth consciousness. The entertainer embodies the essence of mastery, innocence, invisibility, rapture, humility, celebration, liberation, and communion. And so 42 is actually the fifth gift of the entertainer. The entertainer has these 8 gifts, and each one corresponds to one of the gene keys. And this is, as I mentioned before, is channeled through my work over the last couple of years. And so each of these archetypes also has a beautiful anointing oil. And I love this one because you can see the oak moss in there. It's lovely. So I'm going to apply this essence, which is the oak moss, the oil of spiritual mastery, cacao, the oil of divine play, cinnamon, the oil of shamanic artistry, patchouli, the oil of holy desire, neroli, the oil of sacred leadership, nutmeg, the oil of celebrating life and death. That's the one we're dropping in with today. And cypress, the oil of creative flow, and basil, the oil of new earth prosperity. It's letting these plant allies awaken the energies and frequencies of the entertainer archetype of the Voices of Gaia New Earth Leadership Paradigm. But to the Alahirini, some light language already coming through. As we drop in to receive a transmission about the gift of celebration, moving from expectation to celebration through detachment, letting go of grasping and being flaky, one or the other, right? Grasping is the tendency to try to control, to over control, the inability to let go of the idea of how you want something to turn out. So you're like almost willing to try or be or do anything to get the outcome that you want, no matter what you're hitting, what resistance or obstacles or destruction you're creating in your life. You just continually, you're frozen in this like grasping. And then the other side, the reactive side, is being flaky. And so this is like where you won't allow yourself to commit to anything, like it's like you just won't attach at all to any sort of expectation. Or you like keep, it's not even that you won't attach, what they're showing me in the field here. It is that there's so many expectations that you want. You don't know which one you actually want. And so you can't really figure it out. And so it just leaves you in this frenetic, flaky energy of not really knowing what you want, because you want it all of it, right? It's just all of these ideas and expectations. And you're just stuck in your head about what needs to happen, but you can't really decide which one of those things you actually want to happen. So one is like you're fixated on one thing. You can't let it go. Just one expectation, and the other one is there's so many expectations. And you just don't know what to focus on. And so the gift is to come into the center. Whatever place you're in, just come into the center of your being and just notice it. Just notice it kind of like a flurry of mental activity, of sensations in your body, of noises and sounds and scents. Mm. And just like acknowledge that you're in the center of that and you can let go of all of it. And it's when you can be in the center of all that magic, of all that energy, of all that life, and be in the gift of detachment, that you begin to feel that celebration of being alive, right? Because you're just seeing life. You're not attaching to any particular outcome. You're just enjoying the journey, what has been, could be, will be, won't be. And it's playful. And even in the playfulness and in a drama, right, in a play, in the divine Layla of life, there's both extremes of emotions. So you might be feeling it all, but knowing that that's just part of the experience, but it's not who you are and it's not the final outcome. It's just you moving through the energies of who you are and what maybe thoughts you were connected to and thought you needed to be. And just softly letting it go into the center, coming deeper and deeper into your center, feeling it, no more grasping, no more skittering about, looking for the best thing. Just softly in your center, dropping deep, deep down, all the way down into your sacral plexus. You might even place your hands on your belly. And just breathe into your belly. Letting all of this mental activity, all of this energy, maybe even that you've been moving through your physical body out into the world, just pulling it back into your sacral. And feeling yourself become energized and vital, magnetic. And as you come to that place, you can even begin to notice those places, those places and things and feelings and thoughts, how much of it wasn't even yours. And how much of it is being driven by fear and the fear of failure, right? Its programming partner is Gene Key 32, the fear of failure, and its ancestral failures. So noticing how much of your fear of living or dying is based on your ancestral wounding, and knowing that you can let that go right here, right now, and regain your power from that to live in the moment. To, yes, maybe set things on a course. You plant a seed in the garden, you water it, you tend it, you watch it grow. But you never really know if it will grow. Maybe a bird will take off with the seed. Maybe deer will eat all the green leaves. Maybe a storm will come and knock off the petals of the flower. Maybe the bush will grow big and strong, or maybe there's not appropriate soil for it. We don't know and we don't control the final outcome, nor do we have to make up for any of the failures or misconceived failures of things that have happened in our life in the past or in the lives of those of our ancestors. And when we come to this place, we can really, truly celebrate who we are without any of the doing, or the outside accomplishments or attachments or expectations. And that gift of detachment, we're just valuable for who we are. And as an entertainer, that gift is beautiful because you can just show up and you can share the magic of yourself, of what's in your heart, of your soul essence with others to inspire them to do that as well. So there's no more fussing around, trying to be something you're not, or getting mad because you're not something, or because somebody else is something that you wanted to be, all that kind of drama, right? You can just show up in the beauty of your beautiful essence. That essence also lives in your sacral, not just in your heart, but in your sacral, right? That beautiful goddess energy. And even if you're male, the womb, that sacral chakra is where the divine feminine sits, and you can invite that beauty into your world, into the way that you just show up in this magnetic beauty. And just that inspires others, because life can be beautiful. Life can be a celebration, no matter what's going on. There's no more struggling to be something you're not. No more struggling to make something happen that's just not meant to happen. But to know that you can enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, and harvest the fruits that do come. But be at peace with yourself. And so that is the transmission that wants to come through today for the entertainer archetype on the gift of celebration. And if you would like to learn more about my programs and diving deeper into these archetypes, visit patriciawildhopkins.com. And that's the home of Augmentation Greener. Thank you. Until next time. Much love. Mahale irita urokatnash.